Welcome back to TechVibe. If you're tracking the compact video market, you know the entry-level space is fiercely competitive. When Nikon launched the original Z30, it carved out a specific niche for creators who wanted a straightforward, reliable workhorse without the bulk of a traditional viewfinder. But the market has shifted significantly, and recent database filings and supply chain shifts indicate that Nikon is preparing a successor, the Nikon Z30 Mark II. This update isn't a minor refresh. Following Nikon's acquisition of Red Digital Cinema, the company's video strategy has pivoted toward integrating professional-grade video features into smaller form factors, changing expectations for what a compact APS-C camera can do. The development of the Z30 Mark II relies heavily on architecture already proven in recent releases like the Z50 II. At the core of the new system is the transition to the EXPEED processor. This is the same computing platform found in flagship bodies like the Z8, and its inclusion in an entry-level APS-C body is a significant upgrade. The original Z30 was limited by its processing overhead, resulting in heavily cropped 4K footage and frame rate restrictions. The EXPEED engine changes that calculation completely, providing the throughput necessary to handle high bitrate video pipelines without sacrificing the field of view. With this processing power, the Z30 Mark II moves up to uncropped 4K video at 60 frames per second. For solo creators, vloggers, and technical reviewers, this solves a persistent issue. Standard wide-angle lenses like the Nikon Z16 to 50mm maintain their true focal length when shooting high frame-rate B-roll, eliminating the artificial tighter framing that complicates self-shooting in small studio spaces. Furthermore, internal recording capabilities are expected to expand to 10-bit profiles. This allows for significantly more flexibility in post-production color grading, providing the dynamic range needed to retain detail in tricky high-contrast environments. The acquisition of Red is also manifesting in the camera's internal software. Rumors point to the inclusion of specialized red color science profiles and custom lookup tables directly inside the camera menu. Instead of relying on flat, muddy profiles that require extensive color correction, users can bake professional, cinema-grade color gamuts directly into their MP4 or MOV files. This streamlines the editing workflow for rapid turnaround platforms while retaining a distinct, polished aesthetic that sets it apart from standard smartphone footage. Autofocus performance is receiving a parallel upgrade driven by deep learning artificial intelligence algorithms. The older autofocus system occasionally struggled with fast-moving subjects or complex multi-person tracking. The EXPEED processor introduces algorithmic subject recognition that instantly locks onto human eyes, vehicles, and animals. For product reviewers, a dedicated product showcase mode is being integrated. This feature dynamically shifts focus from the presenter's face to an object held up to the lens and back again seamlessly, eliminating focus hunting during detailed hardware demonstrations. Physically, the Z30 Mark II retains the compact, viewfinder-free design that made the original so lightweight, but the chassis is getting key structural refinements. Addressing a major user request, a dedicated 3.5mm headphone jack is being added alongside the microphone port, allowing for real-time audio monitoring to prevent ruined takes. Thermal management has also been redesigned. A more efficient internal heat dissipation pathway allows the camera to record continuously for up to 125 minutes without thermal throttling, making it a reliable choice for long-form podcasts, live streams, and extended field interviews. Sensor architecture is another point of discussion. While some sources suggest Nikon might retain a refined version of the 20.9-megapixel sensor to maximize low-light readouts, there is strong indication of a move toward a 26-megapixel non-stacked APS-C sensor. This increase in resolution provides sharper oversampled 4K video and allows for cleaner digital zooming or cropping options in post-production without degrading the final image quality. It also positions the camera competitively against rival systems from Sony and Canon, which have standard resolutions around the 24 to 26 megapixel mark. From a market positioning standpoint, the Z30 Mark II represents an aggressive play. Nikon is targeting a highly competitive price bracket, with expectations pointing toward an introductory price under $800 for the body. By keeping the price accessible while implementing flagship-tier autofocus and professional color profiles, Nikon is creating a highly appealing option for creators looking to upgrade from smartphone video setups without investing thousands in a full-frame ecosystem. The ecosystem supporting this camera is also expanding. Alongside the hardware leaks, reports indicate that Nikon is developing specialized, budget-friendly wide-angle lenses specifically optimized for compact video bodies, including a rumored 16 to 35mm variable zoom. These native DX lenses will allow creators to maximize the uncropped sensor area, providing a complete, lightweight production kit right out of the box. This strategic lens expansion is critical because it addresses the single biggest bottleneck of the previous generation, ensuring that users do not have to rely on heavy full-frame glass to get ultra-wide vlogging angles. Additionally, internal power delivery is receiving a quiet optimization through an updated battery design, boosting overall operating efficiency and giving creators more uptime when shooting away from a reliable power source or external USB power delivery bank. Recent regulatory wireless filings confirm dual-band Wi-Fi support, pointing to a dramatic acceleration in wireless data transfers. This back-end upgrade enables immediate, high-speed proxy file transfers directly to paired mobile devices via a redesigned companion application. For fast turnaround content distribution, this background sync drastically shortens the time required between hitting the record button in the field and pushing a polished cut live to various streaming networks. This architecture shows how tightly Nikon is focusing on optimizing small form-factor hybrid units for modern network delivery pipelines. Beyond wireless connectivity, internal storage handling is receiving an efficiency boost. While it keeps a single card slot to remain portable and affordable, the bus pipeline has been optimized to handle continuous maximum bitrate streams without buffer choke points. This means recording high frame rate action sequences or long speeches maintains consistent data flow, avoiding dropped frames or sudden file corruption during critical shoots. This emphasis on reliability under heavy production workloads demonstrates that Nikon is prioritizing hardware stability just as much as raw processing numbers, ensuring the camera acts as a true independent production asset. The launch timeline points toward an official announcement in the late summer or early fall window, aligning with Nikon's established release patterns for its consumer-oriented lineups. As manufacturing data clears international regulatory agencies under embargo, the final design elements are locking into place. The combination of flagship processing, deep learning autofocus, robust thermal reliability, and professional color pipelines suggests that Nikon is no longer treating its APS-C line as an afterthought, but rather as a serious entry point for modern digital media production. Thanks for watching TechVibe. If you want to stay updated on the latest hardware transitions, specifications, and deep dives into upcoming camera systems, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let us know in the comments how you think these upgrades will impact your current production workflow, and we'll see you in the next breakdown.